Hello Cancer and welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 16th through to the 22nd. We're going to be going to your chakras, your aura, and also doing a tarot reading and doing a clarification of those tarot cards at the end. So stay with us for that. Thank you very much for being with us and joining us here on the Astroflower family. I hope you have a lovely reading going forward. Let's just get straight into your chakras without further ado. Okay, the root chakra here is really large. It's very big. Everybody's had an incredibly large root chakra. I haven't seen root chakras like this. It's like massive carrots. So yeah, there's a real clear vision now, and I think this is with most people, and this is what I was talking about, the logical revolution. It's that fundamental stuff that you're rooted in, that doesn't change over time. It's eternal truths that are now being confirmed within you and confirmed within the world that is around you, and it's going to make you feel a lot more secure about who you are, where you're going, what you want out of life. Yeah, and you've got it really solid. It's really nice and very large, very big. It's demanding a lot of energy within your life, of being grounded in a way, which sometimes is not nice, obviously. But here at the moment, I think it's a very good idea to be grounded in this week coming up. Simply because what is happening in the world around us, which I did in the mid-April reading, which you can see on our channel as well, and also the April monthly reading. We saw it in that as well. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum. The sacrum is beautiful, really nice. It's opened up lovely. These are fundamental desires. It's becoming very clear to you what sort of fundamental desires you want to be doing. And fundamental desires are such as, I am hungry, or I am cold. And heart's desires is, if I'm cold, then I would like to wear a jumper, and I'd like to wear that jumper there because I love that jumper. That sort of thing. Or I'd like to eat sort of garlic parsley pasta sort of thing. Yeah, so it seems to be really clear and precise for you about your fundamental goals, and you seem to be going after them. There's no real holding back from you. Let's see what's going on in your solar plexus. Okay, this is the only solar plexus I've seen so far that is really firing. There was another sign. It may well have been the sign next to you, Leo, possibly, that was also given this. But what it is I think these, because of the clarification or the clarity of those fundamental desires that you want. I want this. I want a house, or, not just any old house. I want my house, or that sort of thing. And it's my home. It's really clear for you. And that's driving those passions within your solar plexus. And that's opening, and it's in a broad sense. It's not just firing. Excuse me. Excuse me. AD. So it's not just firing in one direction. Oh, sorry about that. Not just firing in one direction. It's actually firing across the board there. So it's connecting to everything. You're making me sneeze, Cancer. Come on, what are you doing? So, the solar plexus is firing on all cylinders, but across the board. This could be within your relationship side as much as within your financial side. I'm going to sneeze again. This is ridiculous. Stop it. Okay, so yeah, it's really on fire, really nice. I like it. It's lovely. It's a good passion as well. It's not a passion that's burning you or tiring you out. I do apologise about this. Tiring you out. It's a passion that's got your juices going. That's wants you to, it's stimulating the idea of life, of living it fully on and going for it, as it were, and really, really getting passionate about every aspect of life and not just one thing. Let's just see what's going on in your heart chakra. Okay, so this is really concentrating. I think this is concentrating as well, like your sacrum. It's concentrating your heart's desires here, and your heart's desires are getting very clear for you how you want things. You know what you want now. You've also got clarity on how you want it. So for you, with these passions that are really kicking in nicely within your solar plexus, it's feeding that warming of that heart energy, which is going to sort of stimulate those sort of heart's desires. And yeah, it could well be connected with love. That could well be it, but I don't think it's connected with a vast number of people. I think it's very select. In what you're doing. It might be a select within a project as well, or within a job or your business. It seems to be one or two things, not too many. It's not too diverse here. It's very clear for you. That's really nice. Let's just see what's going on in your third eye and your throat chakra. So communication is key here. And sometimes more communication is not necessarily good communication, if you know what I mean. And it's like it's selective communication. There is the third eye and the throat chakra are in level with one another. Normally they're sitting, the third eye is obviously above the throat chakra. But with the pole shift, the chakras appear to be going like that. So, and it's a case of logically saying things without having to think about it. It's just naturally coming out. There's a natural flow. There's a natural communication going on. And there is a case to be said here for, listening as much as talking. It seems to be, I think you'll get more out of life listening rather than expressing it. There will be moments, and then obviously you should get it out of you. You should be expressing, and because your throat chakra is slightly larger than your third eye, which is really good. But there is a degree here of sort of listening as well, and I think could well even be listening to yourself, not your head, listening to that, which could be really important for you this week. Let's just see, your body, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacrum, listening to all that aspect of it all. Let's just have a look what's going on in your crown chakra. And this is really, it's ready to overflow. You're moving into your autumn period now, the 3 months before your birthday. And it's this new consciousness. So we get this ebbs and flows every throughout the year. There's times when the crown chakra builds up, and it builds up so much, then it sort of overflows into the rest of the chakras, and that sets the new consciousness that is within you. And it's an evolving thing continuously, how we adapt to the outside world. And this is where your crown chakra is ready to overflow, if it's not overflowing already within your other heart, within your other chakras. So you can consciously connect your heart and your solar plexus, connect your heart and your sacrum, and make things very, very logical for you. Really beautiful. Let's just see what's going on in your aura. So we've got this midsection here, which is happening in the middle of the week. you've got a really, really decisive position on this. And I think it's going to, it may affect your surroundings much more than you. This happening in the midweek, I would say, sort of Wednesday period. But with this heart chakra that's really focused, and so your sacrum is really focused, you're not going to be distracted by the outside world and sort of saying, no, I haven't got time for that, got too much on my plate, as it were. Because straight after that comes that initiation that you imply or apply within the interaction with the energy of the outside world. The moment you start doing that, then that's going to reiterate that decision you make in the middle of the week, and this is how it's going to be. That follows on directly straight after it, and when that follow on through is going to, I think that's where the overflowing of that consciousness within your crown chakra flows into the rest of your energies. Let's just see what's going on and where the direction of your energy is flowing. It is flowing into your heart. So it could be a case here that your heart's desires are much more important than, say, like your fundamental desires, but they go hand in hand. But you may be concentrating more on your heart's desires, how you want things, rather than what you want. So there you go. Let's. That was the chakras and the auras. Thank you very much for being with us, Cancer. Excuse me a second. I'm just gonna have to blow my nose. Thank you. Yeah, so sorry about that. That's all that sneezing. I don't know where that came from. What does sneezing mean? I wonder if you could tell me in the description. Does that have any symbology? Maybe you got a cold. That's what the symbology is. I don't think I do, but there you go. So yes, let's get on to your tarot reading. Let's get on to the overall energies. These are the karmic messages for your relationship side, material side, influence from the universe, influence from your guides on your karmic path, influence from the guides in the conversation that is within you, and the overall outcome. These guides here are also the sort of warning about what not to go back to, and this is almost like the carrot. It's like these guides here are sort of like trying to egg you onto. So thank you very much, Cancer, for being with us. Hope you're getting the best out of this reading. Let's just see what's going on with the overall energy. Two of Pentacles, really concentrating on, this is what I'm saying, concentrating on, say, like, you could say that is your heart chakra and that is your sacrum. And it's concentrating on things and putting the energy and time and effort into the things that are working for you, that are really worth it. That's the overall energy for you this week. Seems to tie up beautifully for that. And we've got the Page of Wands after that. So on the relationship side here is, I think it's exploring that sort of passion that comes from your solar plexus, and it's seeing where and how your passions actually are affecting your life, or also encouraging you to actually get the most out of life. Seeing what works basically in regards to your passions and the world that is around you. Got the Queen of Swords that wants to jump out as well, giving you a clear vision then possibly. And it's a learning curve this week. It's a learning curve about your passions. And maybe because your your heart chakra and your sacrum is pretty much fixed, and you sort of know what you want and you're working on the how you want it. It could also be sort of learning about rather than your plexus solus, your solar plexus, rather than anything else. And your passions within your relationships, you certainly got opportunities. The universe is sort of bringing in, because you're being very clear with yourself, the universe can now bring you things very clearly and allow things to real manifest within your life in regards to your relationships or your emotions and stuff like that. You got the Hermit. The Hermit here is your guides here, and they're sort of like, I think it's a case of don't go back into hermit mode. I think it's as simple as that. I think it's also the guides here, this is where they're sort of stopping you from going backwards. They're almost sort of saying, you've captured that star, that dreams and aspiration, and you've placed that star within that lantern, and it should be your guides, basically, of what sort of like eggs you on, or what sort of lights the path for you as you go forward. Your dreams and aspirations. I would follow them, and that's learning about that heart as well, of those heart's desires within you. Yeah, the thing that's coming up in the future is this learning process about your passions will make you see things in a different light. And I think here is just, I think you're going to have the week within regards to your relationships, kind of going, oh yeah, I didn't think of it like that, didn't see it like that. Wow, that's quite amazing. That sort of thing going on in your life. You know, realizations more than anything else for you. Let's just see what's happening on the material side. Well, on the material side, this is where you're taking your rightful place. I was going to say path there. Your rightful place within your karmic path. According to what you've done in the past, and it's brought you victories. It's shining the light on how you can do this, and this is your karmic path in order to live that, to actually start realizing that people do recognize you and your skill and your knowledge or your way of doing things, that it can be very successful, basically. And we've got the Six of Pentacles, so six is all round here on this side here. So the Six of Pentacles is all about fair exchange, but the thing with the fair exchange is, you know, on this side here, he's giving one pentacle to that person there that they're judging, but he's actually giving two pentacles to this other person here and keeping three for himself. And it's a case here, I think, is that the universe is sort of saying there is more than a fair exchange. If you keep those three pentacles for yourself and you give away two pentacles, the universe is almost going to return 5 to 1. So it's going to return you 10. So all of a sudden you've got 13 pentacles. And from those 13 pentacles, you can still give one away to someone, very charitable sort of scenario. But also at the same time, you're going to be accumulating through fair exchange. And that's, I think, what the universe is encouraging you to do, which will bring you basically success and rightful place within where you should be. You've got the Page of Swords, is that ideas of allowing those ideas to come to the surface within you. And the guides here are trying to influence this path, following ideas that you have had and that you can cultivate in order to bring those ideas into existence. And that may well be your strong point within the material world around you, which allows you to gain this sort of success and notoriety with people and with things that are around you. Ace of Wands, out with the old and in with the new. These new ideas that are coming in are going to replace old ways of doing things, old ideas. And this new cycle is based upon your success and your rightful place. Really nice, actually. All to do with a fair exchange. And the star, which the Hermit is there, is sort of, it's that you can see the Hermit is pointing towards it with his baton, you know, with his lantern. But we also go through that sort of star, which is at the back of the Hangman as well. It's a real direction you need to take, not only within your relationship side, but also within your financial side. It's that dreams and aspirations that you need to concentrate upon in accordance to your heart chakra and so forth. And it's going to be on your financial, your material side, it's going to be a way of you investing in yourself or investing in your life, having that fair exchange coming back to you, which is going to bring you that success, spark those new ideas, which will allow you to get rid of the old and into the new and make your driving force towards your heart's desires. Okay, sorry, this is the overall energy. I don't know why I put it on there. The three of swords. I'm going to leave it on there because I'm going to come back to that. Let me see what this overall energy is here. Obviously, you know, the three of swords, you can say it's a really bad card, but we've got the 6 of cups now, so we've got 3 6s and all different types at the moment, which is really good. It's almost a sort of like saying goodbye to the past, but also taking the good from the past and leaving the bad. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, basically. That's what the overall energy is trying to sort of say here. And with the Page of Wands, got the Page of Wands. It's exploring that sort of passion that is within you. This here is, I think these gifts here. Okay, so let's move straight on to the Three of Swords, because obviously that's the elephant in the room here. But on this side, just on your karmic path, it's in a question of exploring that passion, that fire that you have within your solar plexus. On the universe here, the universe is offering you loads of opportunities. If you let go of something from the past, which seems to be reiterated with the overall energies, and also sort of can be reflected in the idea of now having a new focal point within your life, a new dream and aspirations. And these gifts are almost, they're there to heal your heart, basically. And this is what that dark night of the soul of the hermit could be all about for you. And you know, the idea that you've been through a lot in order to get to where you are and realize those dreams and aspirations that can be with you. And you've got the Page of Swords, which you've got the Page of Swords on that side as well. So this is going to be, those ideas and those dreams and aspirations need to be converted into the existence. And that's what the hermit is doing, is gradually walking towards it. The hermit knows where its final destination is. Okay, let's just see what's going on with that hangman, because that was seeing things in a completely different way, provoked by, provided by the hermit card and the 9 of cups. And here we have the 3 of pentacles. Doing good quality work with other people, but also recognizing the quality work that you have done. And this is maybe seeing things differently in regards to your relationships, of having a good connection with people on a physical level, on a very material level, as much as well within the spiritual sort of level. And seeing things differently will I think you're going to appreciate the good quality work of people that are around you, friends, family, or partner, and those people are also going to recognize in you that good quality work that you have done. So on your karmic path, we have the 4 of cups here. Don't miss out on the opportunities. This opportunity is here to set you apart, is to take you to the next level, give you really good victory, notoriety, respect about what you've done, etc. Don't dwell on the past and look to the future. With the 6 of Pentacles, we get the 9 of Cups, reiterating it from this side. The universe wants to bring it in on all angles for you, and this, I think, sort of reflects the what's going on in your solar plexus as well. It's playing on all the different angles with you at the moment. That's the sort of thing that's going on. Judgment card with the Page of Swords. These ideas is going to bring you to a new level. As you bring them into existence, it's going to give you that whole sensation of actually starting on your righteous path, that evolutionary process, that ascension that you're going to be going through those ideas as you go on to out with the old and in with the new, with that Ace of Wands as well. And inspirational things, an inspirational passion as well for life, which is that Ace of Wands with the Knight of Cups. So offerings coming in your way, and offerings usually the Knight of Cup is offerings of love, but there's also communication involved in all of this. There's also sort of sort of eating together, sort of celebration or socializing or networking and what have you. And he's the only knight who's actually sat down and he's not doing anything. And it's an appreciation of the moment more than anything else. And it's coming into you rather than you're going out to it, as it were. Let's just see what's going on with this Star card. See what's happening there. It's this card that wants to come out. Six of Pentacles. We'll come back to that Fairy Exchange. I think these dreams and aspirations are within your grasp, and it's down to you in order to go and get them. In order to go and get them, you have to realize that as long as you are okay, everybody else can be okay. And I think that's really important to retain within you this week. Not to give everything away, to invest in things that are worthwhile. And this is what the Two of Pentacles is all about. I'm going to be doing a solar eclipse reading on Sunday, and that's to do with the collective. Then you will have your individual reading on Wednesday, and this is going to be a 6-month reading. And I will also be doing, in a couple of weeks, the lunar eclipse as well reading, which will also be a 6-month reading. This solar eclipse is going to be much more on the material side of life, much more sort of masculine energy. And the lunar energy is much more sort of feminine, emotional sort of side of life. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next sort of 6 months. I'd love you to see you there. It'd be absolutely beautiful. I hope you got the best out of this reading. Thank you very much, Cancer, for being here. I do appreciate you. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.